Hey guys, I'm Captain Mitchell Duggar from Key West, Florida. I'm down here in Southern California to put together a series of fly casting videos to help some clients of mine. I'm going to be covering everything from the basics to troubleshooting for the more advanced caster. Hope you enjoy. All right, so we just worked on the pickup and the put down, and basically what we're trying to establish there is that forearm motion and then that wrist as well, okay? On this next thing, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start utilizing the left hand. And this is important for a couple different reasons. One, obviously, once we kind of get to fishing and double hauling and all that stuff, we're gonna be using the left hand. But what's important about the left hand now is we're gonna be putting slight amount more of friction on the guides by utilizing our left hand. When we're just holding on to the line in our right hand, that line is in line with the guides, okay? So by utilizing our left hand, we're putting a little bit more friction in the guides, and we're gonna start feeling more of a bend or a load in the rod, and that's gonna come into play in your right hand. And eventually what we're really gonna be looking for and what you really wanna try to feel is the left hand. Everybody talks about feeling the rod loading in the right hand, how they can't feel it, how they can feel it. A lot of times what people do to try to get that feeling is by overloading the rod. So they'll take a 9-weight rod and put a 10 or 11 weight line on it. That's just teaching bad habits, and so we're not gonna do that. Once you get better in this, and eventually what you're gonna realize is your left hand has more to do, or a lot more to do with the fly rod than you ever thought, and it's almost as equal with the right hand, okay? So what I want you to do to start, and whenever you always start in this cast, is we're going to take about a strip of line off of the reel. The reason this is important is we don't want this hand tight to the reel. The reasoning is once we start, now that we're doing this pickup and this put down, if this hand is tight to the reel, you have a tendency to turn your body with it, because as you're coming back, that right hand is pulling your left hand, and we don't want that. That's another bad habit with the shoulders, and we're going to try to eliminate all bad habits. That's why we're starting the way that we're starting, okay? So all we're going to do with this left hand is hold on to the line. We're just going to pinch it between the index finger and our thumb, just like that. And basically what I want you to do is hold this down at your left hip. Okay? It doesn't need to be stuck down here. You don't have to put your hand in the pocket, but the general principle is nice and loose, just like everything else. We're not going to get tense, and we're going to set this down, okay? And all we're going to do is the same deal. We're going to go back 1, 2, forward 1, 2, and set it down. Remember, back 1, 2, chop wood, come straight down, okay? That's all we're going to be looking for. And once we kind of work on that a little bit, I want you to start feeling what that line is doing in that left hand, and that's going to become apparent for the next thing we do. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Remember on your grip that we're not trying to death grip this thing. We don't want to, it doesn't take that much force. You're going to be tense somewhere. I want you to loosen the shoulders. Don't go throwing my rod all over the place, but you want to hold on to it nice and light. Don't get in a habit of wrapping that up either. All it's going to be is a light pinch, and all you're going to be feeling, and go ahead and pinch it pretty hard, okay? You're going to be feeling just a little bit of that as you're going back and forth, and that's what I want you to focus on. But more than that, remember, everything that we're working on is baby steps. Rod's going to be slightly out to the side. Forearm's going to come to vertical position first before the wrist opens up. Then all we're going to do is come straight forward, keep the elbow here, and we're going to chop wood straight down.
Okay.
That's it, okay? Let me get it behind you and go ahead and go. Great. Back 1, 2. Forward 1, 2, good. Elbow down more at your side for me. Perfect. Slight more side arm in the cast. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2, good. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. All right, stop for a second for me. Really make sure and focus that your forearm is doing the heavy lifting. Remember, the forearm's going to generate everything going, the wrist is going to increase the speed. So don't open up your wrist right here and then move the forearm back. Keep that butt of that rod a little bit tighter into that arm until this comes up, then it opens to there. The opening is this, and hopefully you guys can see that.
Right. Okay.
That's all the opening is. That thing is going to move an inch or two away from your forearm. So as that thing comes back, the butt of the rod is close to the forearm, forearm comes up, wrist opens up, and that is all the opening up it's going to do, okay?
Okay.
Let me get out of your way and go ahead. Good. Straight down, elbow down, chop wood. That's it. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Great. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Keep that left hand a little bit lower down to your side for me. Left hand. Perfect. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Good. Remember, chopping wood. Back 1, 2, straight down. That's it. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Fantastic. Beautiful. Don't extend out. Keep that elbow down to your side and chop wood as you're coming forward. Straight down, swinging the hatchet. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Great.